Today we will discuss a new chapter. The name of the chapter is Theory of Sets. Now, what is set? The definition of set is the collection of distinct objects with specified properties, or can be said well-defined object, distinct object is called a set. So, the collection of the objects must follows the following properties. As first property is well-defined. Well-defined means the collection or the objects have a meaning. Okay. Second, the object belonging to the collection are different or distinct, which already given to the definition. So second condition, they will be all distinct. Okay. Third, the collection of objects are independent in their arrangements. Okay. Some number can place in any places, so the arrangements does not matter. The number of element which is matters. So independent in their arrangements. Okay. So if the collection of the objects satisfies these three conditions, these three properties, then the collection is called a set. So we can write as an example 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, these are well defined numbers and they are all distinct. Also they are independent in their arrangement, means this A can be also written as 2, 1, 3, which is also A. Again this can be written as 3, 1, 2. This is also same set. Okay. So the sets and the collection of the objects are independent in their arrangements. So basically we denote the capital alphabet A, B, C, D, X, Y and some numbers. So the capital alphabets are represents to denote a set, and small alphabet such as A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, these are denoted, or this can be used to represent the element of the set. Now second part is, the next part is, how can we represent an element which belong to some set? So belong to and is an element or sum, these are represented by the symbol, this symbol. Okay. So if A, B and set 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3 are the elements of the set A. Then 1 is an element, 2 is an element, 3 is an element. So 1 is belong to A. So we can write 1 belongs to A. Similarly 2 belongs to A. But if we take an element 4, which does not belongs to A, so we can write 4 does not belongs to A. We represent it by that symbol. Okay. Now some important sets, universal sets or important set. First set is R. R represents the set of all real number. Okay. The second, capital N, the set of all integers, the set of all natural number. Next, Q. Q is set of all a rational number. Rational number means rational numbers is numbers which can be formed by p by q, where p and q belongs to this natural number or integers. We can say okay. Now the definition I am getting this definition later. First learn this set Z. Z is the set of all integers. Set of all integers means 0, plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, all are included in that set. Okay. So now we can define the set Q, the rational numbers. The definition of rational number is which you already know. So just refresh that. The definition of rational number is of the form p by q, where p and q belongs to Z and q not equals to 0. Okay. So the numbers which can be written in the form p by q is called the rational number. Okay. So these four sets and some other sets is given, which I am giving you in the note section. Okay. Now next, representation of set. How can we represent a set? So first we can represent a set by this capital alphabet, and these numbers are universal set. Now the elements can be arranged in two ways. First is roster form, roster or tabular form. Tabular method. Tabular method means the elements are listed within the brackets. Brackets are first bracket or second bracket or third bracket. Okay. So we usually we use this third bracket, second bracket. Okay. And each element is separated by a comma. If a set can written as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then these elements are separated by a single comma, and these numbers are listed as within a bracket. Okay. So this form is called the tabular form. Second is set builder form. Now set builder form means all the elements are not listed. The elements are not when the elements are not written as tabular form, could be said as set builder form. But the element, if we set an element is belong to a set or not by a certain properties, then the set can be set as the tabular form. And in set builder form. As an example, we can write a set A such that x. Now this x comes from certain properties. Follow certain properties. The first property, x is even, and second, 1 less than x less than 5, and third, x belongs to Z. So the element of the set follows three properties. X should be even, which lies between 1 and 5, and belongs to the set of all integers. Now which elements satisfies three points? First element 1 does not include in the interval, so second 2, 3 cannot be even, 4, 5, 6 is not in the interval, so that's 2, 4. So we can see that we can write set builder from, we can write tabular from set builder from, right? If there is no property, then if the element of a set cannot follow some properties, specified property, then the set cannot be written in the set builder form. Okay. Next, types of set. Types of set means, first set, one, null set. The definition of null set. Null set is when a set is contain no element is called null set, which also called an empty set or a void set. Okay, the set containing no element, which is defined by phi or simply open and close second bracket. Okay. So as an example we can say q phi such that x belongs to natural number and 1 less than x less than 2. Okay, so phi contains the element which satisfies these two conditions. First, x should be natural number, and second, which lies between 1 and 2. Now the natural number lies between 1 and 2. There is no natural number. Okay, so this set is just phi, which is null set. Okay, also if we can define a set x such that x is prime and x belongs to 1 less than 7 less than x less than 10. Okay, so x should be prime number and which lies between 7 and 10. Now the prime lies between the numbers lying between 7 and 10 are 8, 9. Now none of this is prime, so this set is phi. Okay. Second, singleton set. Singleton set. Now in the singleton set is the set containing only one element. Containing only one element is called a singleton set. Such an example we can say a equals to only 3, b equals to 0, c equals to a. So these set are all singleton set, contains only one element. Okay. 3, finite set. Finite set means the set contains finite number of element is called finite set. A set contain finite number of element is called finite set. That is, the element in the set can count and the count can be finished. Okay. As an example we can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10. Okay. So the number of this is counted and the count is finished when we reach 10. Okay. So this set is finite set. But if we take a set n equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 ... চলতে থাকছে, so number of element is infinite. Okay, So this set is not finite. So on the other hand, we get the second definition or second set, which is infinite set. The set contain infinite number of terms is called infinite set. So this example n is an infinite set. So infinite set, the number element in the infinite set, the element cannot be counted. But in the arrangements of the elements in the infinite set, the arrangement of the element can be defined in two ways. First is denumerable set. Denumerable set, or this called be counted set. Counted set means countable. The definition of the denumerable set is: an infinite set is said to be denumerable or countable if the element of the set can be arranged in a sequence. Sequence means in successive order. We can write in successive order, and we can say the some terms or rth term, nth term can be say in certain. If the element can be arranged in such a ways, then the set is called a denumerable or countable set. As an example, we can write it 1 half, 1/3, 1/4 up to infinity. Also take an example n 1, 2, 3, 4 up to infinity. So in this set A, we see that the numbers is arranged in some ways that we can say the nth term is n, right? Nth term will be n, 1 by n for the first case, 1 by 4, 1 by 3. So nth term will be 1 by n. Now second case, in the second case n, for the set n, the nth term will be n. So these numbers is arranged in a ways that we can tell the certain number or certainth position. What will be the element in the certain position? We can tell in the arrangement or in the set. So this set is denumerable or countable. And second is non-denumerable set or uncountable set. The set which cannot be arranged, the element in the set cannot be arranged in a sequence is called denumerable or countable set. That is non-denumerable or uncountable set. That is the infinite set which is not denumerable or countable is called the non-denumerable or uncountable set. As an example, we can say that A equals to x such that x belongs to all real number and 1 less than x less than 5. Now the numbers which is lies between 1 and 5, the real numbers which is lies between 1 and 5 cannot be arranged in a sequence. Now if you we can write the just greater than 1 numbers, which is say 1.1. Second number can be written as 1.2. If we write in this manner, we can put it in between this number. There are infinite number of terms is present, such as 1.01, 1.02. But in these two numbers there is a number 1.001. So the numbers cannot be arranged. There are infinite number of terms, but the numbers cannot be arranged in a sequence. So this set is called non-denumerable or uncountable set. Okay. Now rest I have given a note. Now see that and study.